So, I just listened to Jackman. It's a studio album by Jack Harlow. It was released April 2023. Genuinely, I stopped listening to rap music. It just became so uninspiring as a genre. But every time I get in the car, there's freaking Jack Harlow on the radio, and it's that Loving Me song. I don't think that's what it's called, but it's like, he says, I'm vanilla, baby, I'll choke you, but I ain't no killer, baby. That song. And it plays back to back to back on the radio. I don't listen to the radio. I don't like listening to the radio, but when I'm in the car with other people, they turn it on. And no matter what station you go to, this freaking song is playing. So it caught my attention because I actually like the song. And it's the first time in a long time, okay, that a rapper has made me want to learn their verses. Like, that to me is impressive, okay? It's been so long. Since a freaking rapper has impressed me that way, so I was like, you know what, let me do a little bit of research. I don't like comparing, but in my mind, these parallels are happening where he reminds me of Drake sometimes, but then he doesn't at the same time. There's something different about Jack Harlow. I like that he's like really a white man for real. And I like that he's owning it. And when I was listening to Jackman, at first, it's the only like album. I think when I first discovered him, it was during the What's Poppin'. I think he has a song called What's Poppin'. He has a song with the baby. But like during that era, I maybe listened to a project that he did, but I didn't pay attention. Now I'm paying attention. I feel like he's everything I need him to be, which is different from everything that I want him to be. And I feel like he shows up. What I was going to say earlier is that his physical appearance makes me like, it puts me in a state where I want him to prove himself, but I don't like it because like he shouldn't have to prove himself to me, but it's hard for me to listen to his music without already having some kind of preconceived belief or idea. And I expect it to feel inauthentic when I'm listening to him, but then somewhere along the way, he like completely devours that idea of him being inauthentic, and it feels so genuine. But it definitely I see how it could be a challenge for him for sure. Because I just, like how I said, I expect for him to be cheesy and not deliver me anything that feels raw or anything that feels like deeper than the surface. But he's very convincing. I can say that. I like that he's always smiling. That's cool. His smile is pretty. And he's a very beautiful man. I just think that the reason he didn't appeal to me at first, I think, is just like stereotypes in my head that are like placed on him, or like anyone like him. But so far, in terms of rappers, I don't think there is anyone like him. Not to say I haven't heard someone with his level of skill. It's just more like his sound is a mixture of things. It's hard to believe that he's a white boy, but he is, like, 100%. And I think that that's the part that it's the factor of disbelief. And that his raps aren't, like, super gory and violent. But it's sensual, it's sexual, it's poetic. His words penetrate because they have emotion. I like that. But his delivery is very standard. It's standard. It's practical, it's logical. You know, it's not the most diverse or unique, but I think I like that about it because it gives me time to digest and process what it is that he's talking about, and the things that he says don't go over my head because he keeps it at a natural pace, and I like that. I like that I can consume it but not be overwhelmed. I like that his lyrics are personal. I'm just gonna be honest, I'm not really a fan of the whole mainstream thing where he makes this like club like music and he does these samples, like the whole Whips and Chains song. I'm not really a fan of the idea in general, but I love this song. It's so bold of him. It's very assertive. I like it, you know. I like his energy. I like his persona. It feels impenetrable, you know. Like, he doesn't have on a mask. And I like that. But, like, back to the music. Personally, I think his beats are mediocre. Because, he just reminds me of Drake sometimes. But like I said, I don't like the comparison. Because he doesn't feel like Drake. He feels different. Drake is like the complete and total opposite of Jack Harlow. Or Jack Harlow is the complete total opposite of Drake. Drake is not a white boy, but you think he is. Or you would be able to believe that he is. Jack Harlow is a white boy. You don't believe he is till you see him. And I think the duality there, I just think what it's doing, excuse my French, but it's like fucking my mind. Seriously. When I listen to Jack Harlow and I get a little bit nostalgic of Drake, like I'm talking Take Care Drake. I'm talking Nothing Was the Same Drake. Like, that's the type of Drake that I'm talking about. That Drake don't exist anymore. But Jake Harlow makes me reminisce. And that part about the Drake comparison that's going on in my psyche, that part, I like it. Because there was something different about Drake then. He was like... maybe he was fresh, like during that time, I don't want to say he's not still fresh, just at that time during his Take Care era, when he was still bragging about like getting rich off a mixtape. Like that Drake had a different roar, a different bite, a different bark. And Jack Harlow's approach reminds me of the reason why I fell in love with Drake. The reason why anybody could talk crap about Drake and I still would like not care. I still be like, yeah, but you still can listen to his music though. That's how I feel about Jack Harlow after listening to Jackman. I just like that it's soulful. I like that he's surprising me, it's not just one moment where I'm like, oh, okay, like it's not just one moment of aha with him. It's a continuous aha because he keeps bringing new things to the surface. And especially because he also, I think that's really what it is. Now we're getting to the core. Now we're getting to the root. He's changing my relationship to rap music. That's what it is. And I've been trying to fight it. I've been trying to fight what he's doing to my relationship with rap. But I think I'm going to surrender because I like what it's doing. Personally, my influences are let me just name a few. Let's see. Eminem. I like Eminem. I like Lil Wayne. Andre 3000. In terms of rappers, Tyler the Creator. Those are all men. Lil Kim, Missy, Queen Latifah. I'ma stop there. Those are my influences. So that can give, one a bit of a bit of insight into my relationship with rap. So when I'm listening to this white man with these blue eyes, and that's how you know he a white man for real, because he got blue eyes, like I'm sorry, but like he got blue eyes, yo. And he rapping like that. Y'all better stop playing. Y'all better stop playing. I think there is something about him that is mediocre though, but I think it's not him. It's not his personality necessarily, but there's something with his aesthetic that is predictable, very much so. I really want to say it's his beats, like the instrumentals. They're not very creative to me. But I like how he lays his rhymes on the beat. Forgive the noises in the background. But I like how he lays his rhymes on the beat. He's not overstimulating. I said that before, but I'm going to come back to it because some rappers will be on top of the beat. Some will get inside the beat and some will be beneath it. And I think Jack is one of those rappers that are inside the beat. Which means he's like right in the middle of it. Like he isn't necessarily I want to say mimicking or imitating the flow of the instrumental, but he's matching it. He's matching it. He's matching the energy of the instrumental. And I like that because some rappers will completely ignore the fact that the instrumental already has words on it, even when it's blank. There's something also kind of spiritual about his music. I appreciate that. You know, it's not godless. That's cool. My standards for rappers have completely changed because I think I just value the craft so much. I'm not letting anyone, you know, like I'm not settling for rappers no more. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. And I think that's why it took me so long to come around to Jack Harlow. For some reason, it feels like he's the only rapper, like, catching my attention right now. And it's like, what is up with that? Maybe it's just me. Or maybe his branding, his marketing is attractive to me. Maybe he makes a little bit more sense than other rappers at the moment. And that's okay. I just want to see, like, the Jackman album, it satisfied me. It pleased me. It gave me a taste. I feel like that's also what it is. I'm only getting a taste of him. Like, that's it. And I think that's why I haven't really dove deep into his music, because a taste is nice, but it hasn't been fulfilling enough to make me want, like, the whole meal. And I said that in a very, like, non-literal way. But what I'm really saying, to translate what I just said, I feel like he can do more. I like that he's meeting the standard. I like that he's meeting the expectations, but I also feel like he's under delivering. I feel like he can go harder because I can hear it in his rhymes. I can hear it in his passion and his vibration. I feel it, but, like, I want more from him. I feel like he's making safe decisions. Because he just feels safe. His music feels safe. His bars feel safe. Even when he's like, even when his lyrics are sexual, and he's being, like, seductive, and, you know, he's, like, talking his stuff. I like that music because I think it feels the most genuine, the most authentic compared to all of his other content and the topics that he talks about. it just sounds a little bit more like heartfelt when he's talking about that type of stuff. He also chooses different beats for different topics, I realized. Or like different moods. He has a type of mood for certain subjects. So all of his music, it doesn't sound the same because his instrumentals have their own mood, a mood that matches the subject. I like that. That's really, really artistic. I like that choice, artistically, creatively, because there are some rappers whose palette is the same all the way through. Every song sounds like the same mood, even if the subject changes. His voice doesn't sound like it has auto-tune on it. I like that. He did start singing, like in one of the songs. And forgive me, but like it made me chuckle a little bit because I was like, oh, he does like remind me of Drake sometimes. And it's not my fault. I don't think it's his fault either. I think it's just the nature of it. Like